guys, it's me again, Laura Grace. Finding a teaching job in China can seem very overwhelming or intimidating. It's an entirely different country, a different culture, and you are all the way back in a different country trying to find a job there. So today I'm going to touch on 6 different ways to make finding a teaching job in China easier.
What is the simplest way to find a teaching job in China?
If I had to choose one way that is the simplest, hands down, I would say it would be finding a recruiter, finding the right recruiter for you. Now, a recruiter is the middleman between you, the teacher, and then Chinese schools or agencies that will set you up with a school. And recruiters pretty much do all the hard work for you. Now, there are good recruiters and bad recruiters. One that I do feel really comfortable recommending would be Gold Star TEFL Recruitment. One reason being that they are completely free for you to use. Also, they are good about taking care of you a little bit once you are in China. So some recruiters will just set you up with your job in China and then never really touch base with you again. They just kind of dump you off there. Whereas Gold Star is good about, they don't hover over you, but they are still available to you if you need to give some feedback or if you have some questions. So they will still really take care of you.
What are some ways you can prepare yourself at the very beginning?
The first way I would say, if you are just now thinking about what you want to teach and where you want to teach in China, is to be flexible. So you should have some idea of what you want. You shouldn't let recruiters or schools kind of throw you around or try to talk you into taking a job you don't want. However, you might be thinking, oh, I just want to work in Beijing or I just want to work in Shanghai. But that could be because that's all you really know about China. There's so much more to the country than the big places that you always hear about. So having some flexibility might make it more likely that you can get placed at a job more quickly. Another way I would say is to do your research. So while you want to be flexible, it's good for you to kind of know what you're getting into. So do your research beforehand about different places you might want to live. Do you want to live in a city or in the countryside or on the coast? Also look up the different pay rates in each of those different areas. And also what kind of, or what age range you might want to teach of children. So that way when you're interviewing with your recruiter or schools, if you do want to be flexible, but it helps them if you have some idea of what you want, so then they know where to start looking.
What are some ways that you can make yourself more appealing to employers?
The first way I would say is to get your TEFL or TESOL certification. And both of those are certificates for teaching English as a foreign language or as a second language. And doing that can really just set you apart on an application. It's not necessary for all recruiters or agencies or schools, but it really can just help them know that, oh, you do have training and you know how to teach in a classroom. It's also just a valuable certificate to have as you search for any other job. So if you are already kind of considering this could be a good time to do it. Another way I would say is to really put work into your resume. Applying for a job in China is just like applying for a job anywhere else. So you want to put thought into the font and the style. You want to find ways to really stand out on your resume. So list if you have experience working with children, teaching, if you have that TEFL or TESOL certification, and if you got your degree in something like communication, education, or English, that can really make you stand out. Because you will have to send your resume to recruiters, agencies, and schools that you want to work for.
What steps can you take once you're already in China?
If you're already in China, my best tip would be just to meet people. So if you are just sitting at a McDonald's, a Chinese person will see that you are foreign and probably come up to you and talk to you about teaching at their private school after hours or about tutoring their children. And even if you already have a regular daytime job, these can be good opportunities to meet people and get some extra money, get some extra experience. And making extra money with those after hours jobs can be good if you are wanting to save up to really travel around China or Asia. That's what I did to be able to afford to do so. And you don't have to take everyone up on those offers, but that can really be a good way to get some extra experience and money. So hopefully now, after hearing these 6 tips, hopefully teaching in China and finding a job doesn't sound quite so intimidating. And now you can just focus on being excited for your big adventure. Thanks, guys.